Last year around this time, I was in like the mall with one of my friends and we were looking for like suitcases, luggages, right? And I specifically remember that we were going to be going to Umrah in like a week from now, right? So we were all super hyped. I was going to be going with my boys. It was going to be great, right? So we're all looking forward to it. But there was a problem. You see, Umrah, as you can imagine, is relatively expensive, right? The flights, the hotels, and everything. And at that time, I can't remember exactly why. Yeah, I didn't have that much money left in my bank account. I'd already spent some money, and then some things had come up, so I actually had to like drop bags on that. So I was actually not in a very good financial position. And I remember being in this mall thinking, like, I only got like $1,000 left in my bank account. I better like make them worth it, right? I better like put them to good use. So I buy like one of the cheapest luggages things there, and I'm basically going to Umrah with like $1,000 in my pocket. We were going there for like 10 days, right? So I was gonna also get paid from my 9 to 5 during when I was gonna be like halfway there. So it wasn't like that bad, but still I was going to this other side of the world with only like a little bit of money. But I was like, no, this is gonna be super worth it. Allah will take care of me, and He did. Like I didn't have like any worries of anything, right? But I came back with this like, okay, now things are gonna change. I'm gonna go all in on business. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna make tons and tons of money. And I started to really put a lot of effort in reading, learning, making these videos, right? Working on the business. Months went by. So we came back in like February, March, June, July, August, and I'm still haven't made any progress. Like I've gotten a few small wins here and there, right? But like nothing major. I haven't made progress, and it keeps going. And I'm still like relatively in the same financial position. Like maybe I've like added a couple $1,000 in my bank account, but it's not anything like I'm still basically broke. I'm still working the 9 to 5, living paycheck to paycheck. And this business I'm working on, nothing's happening. Nothing's like coming out of it. I'm spending so much effort, so much time and energy waking up after Fajr. First thing, I'm working on this business, but nothing is coming out of it. And there was, especially at the start, right? Especially when I was locked in, I was going all in, and I was really trying to make progress in it, right? And nothing was coming out of it. And it was disheartening, as you can imagine, for some while, until I realized that this right here is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's plan. He wants me to go through this journey just so I can become the version of me who actually achieves the goal I want to achieve in the first place. So I kept going. I didn't give up, alhamdulillah. By the grace of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, I did not give up. And I remained patient. And guess what? More months go by. More and more months. And nothing big changes, nothing happens. I start getting small wins though. A few set wins here, this happens, that happens, and it's good feeling, right? And it was just those small wins that helped me with my like patience, right? I was like, okay, I just need to be patient and I need to trust in Allah, and everything will come together. And guess what? Now being in 2025 and looking back, alhamdulillah, things are so much better, right? Like I can feel myself on that upward trajectory and everything, alhamdulillah, by the grace of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And of course I'm super grateful for that. But you need to understand, if I had to explain to my younger version, the version of me a year ago, I would tell him this, that yes, things are hard right now. I know things are hard for you. You know, you don't have that clarity, you don't know what's going on, you don't have the funds, whatever it might be. Things are hard for you right now, but all you need to do is keep pushing. All you need to do is keep going, keep learning and improving and getting better and better. And with time, things inshallah will come together through Allah's will. And if I had to explain it, these are like the 3-4 things you need to do. Number 1, trust in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Have an incredible amount of tawakkul, and that tawakkul is going to come from you actually sitting there and understanding who Allah is. Sit down, read the names of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Literally think, read the Quran, think about why you are here, why you are going through this test right now, why are you going through these hardships. Number 1, literally use these hardships, even use the good times, but also specifically the bad times, use that to get closer to Allah. That's number 1. Number 2, actually put in the required effort. Be like patient, but also go put in the action to move fast with the work you want to do, with the goals you want to achieve. This is your sign to lock in. That you're never going to have better motivation to lock in than you do right now. So when things aren't going good, it's completely fine. That's a good thing. It means that things will, number one, get better. We're going to talk about that. But so you need to lock in. This is your motivation to go all in right now, to not worry about anything else. When you're at the bottom, the only thing you can do is go up. So literally try to dedicate as much energy, as much time you can to going up, to making progress, and keep your mind in that positive field, in that positive way of thinking. It's so easy to get discouraged. It's so easy to start thinking negatively, like, oh, this isn't gonna work out, this, that, no, blah, blah. You need to genuinely, this comes back to having an immense amount of tawakkul. But when you take action, this will also help you, right? Literally bring your mind back to Allah and think about how this is part of the process. This is the journey you have to go through to become the man you want to become, have the goals, the car, whatever it is you want. This is what you need to go through. This is good for you. And put in the work, tawakkul, switch them around, but you get my point. And then literally just be a bit patient. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells us in the Quran, glad tidings come to those who are patient. So just be patient and just keep going, keep putting in the actions on a day-to-day basis. The only reason I built the little tiny amount of success I have built up, it's because I was so consistent. It's because I just didn't give up and I just kept going. I kept learning, I kept improving, I just kept showing up. Even though every single day wasn't the best day, even though there was nothing major, I just kept showing up. And anyone who's amounted to anything in this world will tell you the same thing, that one of the biggest reasons that they are where they are, it's because they kept showing up every single day. So if you can be patient, keep having that tawakkul, and you can just keep putting in the actions every single day, and you just keep showing up on a long enough time frame, you are bound to win. It's impossible for you to win. If a YouTuber makes 1 million videos, he is bound to have more subscribers than he did when he started off. He's bound to have more views than he did starting off. And that's the exact thing you need to focus on. If you keep jumping on sales calls, if you keep trying to make money and you keep just showing up for the next 10 years, for the next 5 years, you are bound to win at some point. But guess what? The chances of you keep showing up are very, very low. So many people fail. People don't realize, as much time as you have spent, maybe it's a month, 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, you're getting closer and closer to the goal you want to achieve. You're getting closer to the top of the mountain. And as you get closer, as you get to the top, more and more people start falling off until you reach a point where you haven't exactly won, but you can see the victory, right? You know it's coming. I've seen this in myself, right? I hadn't exactly won, but I knew that the victory was going to come, inshallah, through the grace of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And then I was like, okay, I'm just going to keep doing what I've been doing, and I'm going to keep pushing. That's the exact same thing. But so many people don't even get to that point. So many people just give up after recording 1 video, 2 videos, 3 videos, 5 videos, 10 videos. And yes, it is hard to get to that first 10, to that first 20 videos. But if you do get to that first 20 videos, if you do get to those first, however many sales calls, whatever the metric is, when you get to that point, that's where things are going to start getting good. That's when you're going to actually start winning. But people never get to that point. So as long as you stay patient, as long as you have tawakkul and you keep putting in consistent action where you're genuinely dedicating as much time to just improving and getting better and connecting with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, I promise you, you are bound to win one day. The last thing I want to tell you, and this is something I've been thinking about a lot recently, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells us in the Quran, the condition of the people will not change until they change within themselves. So use all of the hardships, use all of the bad things, the pain, the problems, all of this to change yourself, to actually transform and become that better version of you. Use everything negative in your life to transcend, to get to that next level. And just by doing that, you, inshallah, through Allah's will will be able to change the condition of your life through patience. Being patient is part of the process. Taking L's and just keep on trying to improve, keep on trying to get better. It is part of the process. And there will be a time where version of you right now, the version of who you want to be, you do become that person. But your external reality hasn't changed. It almost takes the universe, almost takes the world, the market, time to catch up to you. It might take a month, it might take 2 months. So you might see this on YouTube, right? You might see like this one YouTuber is really, really good, but he doesn't have that many subscribers. He's really good, he deserves so many more subscribers, but he doesn't have them. And guess what? A month goes by, 2 months goes by, 3 months goes by, a year goes by, and the market catches up to him. The people are like, oh my God, he's so good. And suddenly he explodes. And that's exactly the same in life. Whatever you do, just be patient, but keep trying to improve and change within yourself. And inshallah, with time, things will also change for you. Go join my free community if you want to learn more about business, deen, all that good stuff. Inshallah, I will see you in there.